Hello and welcome to today's League of Legends sneak peek for July 7th, where we cover the two series that are expected to take place in the LCK. The LPL is off, and the LEC is going to be off this weekend, Friday and Saturday, LCS Saturday and Sunday, so not a lot going on this week, which is good and bad, a little bit of a recharge. So, if you haven't watched these videos before, I give you a brief preview of what the series is going to look like for tomorrow in the four major regions, or later today, depending on where you are. And you can comment down below with your prediction who you think is going to win, and whether you think it's going to be 2-0 or 2-1. If you do that, I will keep track of it. I do have standings if you see the pinned comment, and I keep track. So, Damwon versus DRX. By the way, tomorrow my power rankings will come out where my top 25 teams in the world are ranked. Minor region, large region, doesn't matter. And that is relevant because this matchup, DK versus DRX, 10th and 15th in my power rankings, this is going to cause something to happen in the power rankings probably before I do them tomorrow. Both are 4-2. Damwon coming off of a 2-0 win over Nongshim, and DRX coming off of a 2-0 loss to T1. The last time they played was Week 9, Day 2, where Damwon would win 2-0. Duckdom went 13-1 and 11 in that series. In my opinion, it's going to come down to the jungle, and that's because Juhan is on DRX now. Yes, the PSG jungler from Spring that was at MSI is now on DRX, replacing Pioshik, I guess. I don't know for sure who's playing tomorrow, but I'm going to think maybe Juhan. And if that's the case, I really question mark pings everywhere. I think Pioshik's a really good player. He ints sometimes, but I think he provides a lot that I don't think Juhan does. I wasn't overly impressed by Juhan all that much in MSI. He had moments, but at the same time, I mean, he did look out of place. He did not look like one of the top tier junglers at the tournament, and I don't think he was the top jungler in the PCS. Stats wise, I don't think he was. I think Kongyu definitely had him beat by quite a bit. And then Canyon is like arguably the best jungler in the world, depending on who you ask. And now he's against Juhan in Juhan's first game. And honestly, I'm leaning towards Canyon in that one, but it's going to be interesting to see how he treats Juhan in his first LCK matchup. We have Sandbox versus HLE for our second matchup. Sandbox also 4-2, just like these two. They will be, if they win, passing one of those teams in the standings, which is huge. HLE 1-5, coming off of a 2-0 loss to KT. Sandbox beat Fred at Brion 2-0. The last time they played was Week 6, Day 2. Sandbox going 2-0, and Dove went 8-3-16 in those two games. Dove is probably, in my opinion, definitely the weakest player on Sandbox. Dove is a former mid laner trying to play top, and I'm not overly impressed by him, but he did well against Dudu the last time they played. Now, in my opinion, it's going to come down to Closer and Karis and mid. The two young mid laners, we'll see how they do against each other. Karis did very well in the last series, I believe. He had some moments where he popped off despite losing. Where Closer, for some reason, Closer's Silas is sticking out to me, and I don't really recall why, to be honest. I watched so many games. But this is a game that HLE is going to have tough sledding. This is a game that Sandbox needs. This is the type of game Sandbox needs to win to clearly get themselves out of the basement. And who knows, maybe into the top 25 of the power rankings by the end of the series. We'll see. But nevertheless, predict down below with who you think is going to win these series. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. If you missed my 12-11 patch recap video, I did that earlier today where I went over the most common champion matchups from patch 12-11, just looking at what the meta was like and what these matchups turned out being, win rate wise, as well as my roundup for this morning where Victory 5 I think was the only relevant team, well, the only really good team. FPX also played. So if you want to know those results, yeah, watch the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for more content.